Hey, Hannah. Well, thanks for joining and coming to the show.
Thanks for having me.
If you haven't listened to Hannah before, she is one of our creators. She actually created our Junior Scientist series, as well as our Little Explorers, and has a future book coming out. And her passion truly is STEM, science, engineering. She studied that at Duke University, and then went and got her master's in education, and then taught in a STEM school. And so when we were given this question, we thought, hey, this is who we really want to talk to from our creator team. So, Hannah, it is such a buzzword, out of control. STEAM, STEM,
Mhm.
science. What is STEM in its simplest form?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's a buzzword of our culture right now is to think STEM this, STEM that, STEM kits, STEM schools. And so, what is it? Foundationally, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And so, we're just trying to bring those disciplines into our classrooms, is what we're thinking about. So, in the education space, when we say STEM, we're just trying to bring in that heavy hitting, kind of really analytical, logical, problem solving mindset that exists in that arena of careers and bring it into the classroom and how we're teaching. So, STEM at the end of the day is science, but it's how we think about the world around us.
So, is it just about careers and forcing kids towards science careers? Like, that feels a little strange when I think about like kindergarten, first grade, second grade. Like, is there fundamental skills we're teaching underneath that? Sort of what?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, would it be great if we created a bunch of astronauts and paleontologists and doctors? Sure, that's great. But really, like, zoom it all the way back to elementary school. We're not trying to make your kids the next doctors, astronauts. That's great if they want to be. But let's think about it this way. Classical education in America really started with the arts and histories and humanities. And that was kind of the foundation of the Socratic method and all of those things. And while those were wonderful tenets of education, they were really focused on what had already happened. Like, what did the greats do? What does history tell us? And those are important things, but we were kind of lacking innovation. We were lacking new. And so STEM came about to kind of answer that question of how do we learn from the past, but also make it better and improve on it? What are we thinking about making better? How do we innovate? How do we move forward? So STEM is answering the question of how do we move those children forward into the future? And that's kind of the answer that STEM is created for. How do we do analytical thinking? How do we think about math? How do we problem solve? How do you look at the world as it exists and think about how to make it better versus just learning from what already is? So, would it be great to have a bunch of future scientists? Absolutely. But that's not the goal when you hear teachers or education thinking about STEM. We're thinking about how do we make innovators, problem solvers who are also informed by the past.
I love that. Like again, it's like kids being able to solve their own problems, like using the skills. I just feel like that's such a wider definition that I love. But what I have seen is we've moved from STEM to STEAM now. It's like laughing the other day, I was like, STEAM, like what? What are we doing now? So what was the change? Why add an A to this acronym and what is it for?
Because we can never make up our mind. No, absolutely. STEAM is kind of the answer if we swung too far on the pendulum, right? So we had classical education, then we kind of moved into STEM and innovation. But what we were losing is sometimes it can be reduced, right, to just science and math. And that's not what we're really looking for at STEM at its heart. So STEAM is kind of the new movement to be like, well, but hey, arts and humanities and creativeness, those are still important skills, which was rooted in classical. We kind of lost in STEM. And so we're trying to merge the two. How do we make creative innovators who are also logical and problem solvers, all these kinds of things? So will STEAM be around forever? Who knows? But really, the answer that we're looking for in STEAM is how do we make a well rounded learner who can learn from all the disciplines and take all the skills and then use what best suits their talents and interests? And hopefully, we're instilling that in STEAM. We'll have to see.
But it's so true. I mean, if I think about innovating, like so much of innovating takes creativity. It takes some
Mhm.
artistic things. Like we love beautiful things that work really well. And so I love that we've added that back in there into that aspect of it. Well, Hannah, thanks for coming with us. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to our channel. Again, EverHigher covers really great content for kindergarten, first and second. And if you're looking for developmentally fun educational books for your kids, check out Hannah's book. She has Junior Scientists as well as Little Explorers, and she'll be putting a book out soon. And check out the rest of the series where we dig into STEAM even further. Have a
Mhm.
good day and subscribe.